buddy. Welcome to Tuesday. Today is January 14th, 2025, and I'm Michelle with YesMichelle Crochets. Please allow me to say welcome and hello to my returning viewers, my returning subscribers, and my returning lurkers, and a very special welcome and hello to my new viewers, my new subscribers, and my new lurkers. I appreciate having each and every one of you here with me today. Now, with that said, for those of you that don't know, I have a bit of a routine to my videos. I like to start the video off with a quote of the day. I think it sets the tone for our video experience together, but it also, for me at least, sets the tone for my day. From there, we'll discuss what's in my cup, the weather outside, and we'll have some announcements. Once we've gone over the announcements, I'll take a moment and have a very important conversation with a very special friend. And then we'll move into the topic of the day. I will conclude with anything I may or may not have forgotten because I'm a human. I make mistakes and I do forget things. And here's the thing, I leave it in so you can see me do what I do, whether that's win, lose, or tie. You see it all. And after that, like I said, I will give you a screen card which will detail the project that I'll be crocheting in the second component of our video. And during that time, I'll give you some relaxing music to enjoy, and I'll just crochet with you. For that period of time, I'm merely your crochet buddy. I'm not going to talk because I don't want to interrupt your count or mess you up in any way. I want you to enjoy your experience as well. Once we're done with our crochet time together, and please know you can do whatever you like. If you're a knitter, knit. If you're a dancer, dance. If you are a singer or a painter or a diamond artist, whatever you do, even if what you want to do is just sit there and enjoy the company, well, by all means, get cozy, get comfortable, and stay with me during that time. Like I said, once I'm done with my crochet component of the video, I will put up a screen card which will remind you of our quote of the day. And then I'll give you an end screen. And in that end screen, I will give you recommendations of other videos that I think you might enjoy. Maybe it'll be the playlist of the topic of the day, or maybe it'll just be a video I think might go along with what we've been watching today. Whatever it is, do me a favor, click that video. And oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I had to pause for a moment because I just reflected quickly on yesterday. I had so much fun because yesterday's video dropped, and I did it as a premiere because I'm just learning. I've only been on YouTube for 6 months today, I think, was my first video, or somewhere very close to there. Nonetheless, I've been on YouTube streets for about 6 months as a content creator. And as such, there's so many things that you just don't know behind the scenes until you're doing this. So for me, getting to communicate with the audience as the video was playing was so much fun. And if it was fun for you and you were there, then do me a favor, drop into the comments and let me know whether or not you enjoy something like that. Because if it's not something you want to do, I totally understand. And I can move on with my day and not do that with you. But if you like it, do me a favor, let me know. More importantly, if you didn't have the opportunity to participate in the premiere, then let's do that again. I can't promise I'll get to do it today. My responsibility of my daytime job dictates whether or not I can be available, but if I can be, I will be. So keep an eye out for something like that. And how do you keep an eye out for something like that? It's really actually quite simple. What you do is you hit the like button because that lets YouTube know you like videos like this. You hit the subscribe button and you tickle that bell notification. All of those things not only let YouTube know you like what you're seeing here today, it lets them know, hey, when she does that again, I want to know. Let me know. So hook a girl up with some information. And for you, it's just like, subscribe, bell notification. Simple. Of course, please do the other algorithmy thing. Leave me a comment. That all helps. Now, let's get started with the quote of the day. And ignore me on my tangents because coffee has not kicked in. Now, as to the quote of the day, all of us at certain moments in our lives need to take advice and receive help from other people. Said by Alexis Carrel. And I love that statement because it's so very true. We are so entrenched in the mindset of pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and this is your responsibility. Yes, it is. That's not untrue. However, sometimes the simple guidance of asking for help and receiving that help. It's one thing to ask for advice or assistance, it's a whole other experience to actually allow someone to help you or to guide you and advise you. It is necessary at times and be open to that. I find it comical that this morning in my guided meditation that I was doing, and this is something I do through my gratitude journal. What the series that I use to support that information, today's message was about guidance, and it said, I am open and receptive to my guidance. And I was like, okay, get it from all sides, why don't I? And I think what it's telling me is to be more open to help. I like that. Anyway, coffee talk. She's here. She's delicious. She is coffee. Hmm. Excuse me. I need that. My coffee is as it is most every day. It is my bullet blend coffee where I take my personal bullet blender, put in a splash of water, a couple of ice cubes. I toss in a scoop of my fake sugar, a scoop of my chicory, a scoop of my instant coffee. My instant coffee is Cafe Bustelo. I showed you guys my chicory the other day. If you're interested in knowing what brand and where I get it, leave me a message in the comment section below. And in the next video, I will be sure to tag that information for you to grab access. And then, of course, I also add in a flavoring, and my flavoring is salted caramel because I love that flavor paired with my coffee. I blend all of that together in the bullet blender. Sometimes I add seasonings like cinnamon. Today I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't feel like it. I was being lazy. So blended all that together, poured it over some more ice into my cup, and added in a protein shake. Today's protein shake is the Quest Caramel Protein Shake that I've been doing recently, and I dearly, dearly love it. I love the flavor of it to begin with because I'm super picky in the morning about flavors. But more importantly for me is the 30 grams of protein. It means everything for my body, it means everything for me. And because I'm a terrible morning eater, I usually don't eat. This is critical. So there is that. Now let's have a very short conversation about this weather. The current weather in St. Louis is 19 degrees. It feels like 14. I haven't been out there and I'm not going. You can't make me. We're only expecting a high of 27, but it was 5 degrees this morning at its low. So that's our weather. Ooh. Anyway, as for my announcements, they are as they are every day. Happy birthday or happy anniversary if today is your special day. I really do appreciate you taking some time out of your special day to spend it with me because it makes me feel quite special too. So thank you. Now, as for the other very important announcement I want to give you today, for those of you who have been following me a little longer than a couple of days, and to those that have just been following me for a couple of days, thank you. Thank you. Drop in the comments how you found me, all of you, because I'd really love to know. Are you someone that connected with me because I was on someone's channel or because I got a shout out from that person? Did you find me as a YouTube recommendation? Or do you know me in real life? If you know me in real life, do me a favor. Leave a heart with my favorite color. It won't be hard to figure out, just for the record. It's really not hard. Anyway, whatever way you found me, welcome and thank you. But as I was saying about those of you who've been around the block with me for a minute, I am currently in the process of doing a book club. And this month's book is The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Last week we had a fun time discussing that book. And this week we are going to be discussing chapters 6 through 10. And man, am I excited about it. But I wanted to give you a quick reminder that in the my goodness, in the description box, you will find a link to pick up a copy of that book if you don't already have it. I do highly recommend that you get the audible version of it or the audio version of it, even if you don't do Audible, because there is a Kindle version as well. Maybe you use Libby through your library sources or whatever. However, grab a copy of it. Not only is it inspirational and entertaining, I think it's a bit motivational. And I'm all about motivating in any way that I can. So I'd also love to have you there for a discussion. I'll be going live tomorrow at 6 p.m. and we'll chat it up. Now, no, that 6 p.m. is Central Time. So if you're Eastern or you're Pacific, make sure you make the adjustments for your time so you can join me when I go live. Of course, if you've done what I asked about the subscription and that bell, you'll get a notification, which makes it a whole lot easier. So there is that. Now, I also want to say thank you to those who came to that premiere yesterday. You guys, I had so much fun doing that. I'd love to do it again, but I want to make sure it's something that is fun and convenient for you. And if you think that the time needs to be different, do me a favor, let me know. Because if an afternoon or an evening drop will be better for all of you collectively, I'll try to make that happen. And maybe that will be easier for everybody. I don't know. You let me know. Anyway, before I go any further, I want to stop and take a moment to have a very important conversation with our very special friend. Now, that special friend is someone who may be having a little bit of a challenge right now. That isn't to say that this is the woe is me moment. It's not. It's merely a moment of encouragement and support to somebody who's struggling. And sometimes that person is me. So, with that said, hello to our very special friend. I do certainly hope all is well with you. But even if it isn't, you need to know that you are loved. I love you very dearly. I am so glad you're here. I want to remind you, as I do every time we talk, please eat, drink your water. If meds are appropriate, please take them. They're important. That's the reason they were suggested or prescribed. That being said, it is really important for you and for me to have a conversation with somebody in real life, be it a friend or a family member, maybe it's a neighbor. But if you're not able to do that, there are resources available. Make a phone call, speak to a professional. I encourage you to reach out beyond the headspace of your mind, because sometimes the things that are going on in our head isn't healthy for us, and we need to talk to somebody beyond ourselves. So, forgive my smile if it doesn't make you happy, but please know my heart is reaching out to your heart, and I love you. So, if you haven't heard that today, you need to know you are indeed loved, and I'm very proud of you. Keep going, okay? Guys, thank you for being patient with me while I have that very important conversation with that very special friend. Now, we are almost 15 minutes in, and I want to get over to the crochet side of this video. So let me move on to the topic of the day. Today's topic, of course, is Terminology Tuesday. I love Terminology Tuesday. Sometimes I see a abbreviation in a pattern that I don't know, and I love when I get to learn something new. So that's the whole purpose of Terminology Tuesday. We are now into the letter M in our terminology. And if you're wondering what some of the other terms were that have been discussed, by all means, click the playlist for this particular video series, and I will detail everything up to this point. So join me on those videos as well. But for today, we are going to discuss the initial M, which stands for meter. A lot of things are measured in the metric terminology. So you'll see meters. There's X number of meters in this skein, this donut, this hank of yarn. Or your product needs to measure X number of meters long. There is that as far as definition of the letter M. Then there's the letters MB together. And MB in a crochet pattern means make bobble. I know for some of you, bobbles are the bane of your existence, and you would think they would be mine. This summer and early fall, I spent weeks working on what turned out to be a very beautiful blanket for a very lovely couple who got married in September. Nonetheless, this blanket was nothing but single crochet and bobble stitches. A pause for my brain as it broke when I saw the pattern. But I persevered, and that blanket was so very well received. And I adored the fact that not only did the couple love it, but apparently so did their parents, because whenever they go over to the couple's home, the first thing they reach for is that blanket. So that makes me smile and it makes me very proud. There you have it with MB, stands for make bobble. Now, MC. MC does not stand for make crochet. Stop letting your mind run crazy. MC is quite simply main color. Main color. If you are working with a pattern where you're going to be changing colors, so let's say your main color is white, your secondary color is brown, and your third color will be yellow. That sounds kind of crazy, but it might work. I don't know. Anyway, the primary color that you're going to be starting with will be your main color. From there, they'll tell you what the other initials, and you'll have to come back to find out what those initials will be. Those are our three letters for the day: M, MB, and MC. Meter, make bobble, and main color. That's our terminology for today. I certainly hope if you didn't learn something, you were at least entertained. Because for me, it was a learn something. I didn't know MB stood for make bobble. And I make bobbles all the time. I also make mistakes, and I'm okay with that too. Now, for those of you that can tell, I'm rushing a little bit. I'm behind again, but that's okay. It's been fun hanging out with you today. I certainly hope you had fun hanging out with me, but I don't want you to go anywhere. I am going to give you that screen card with the information detailing the project that I'm working on. And if you'll remember last week, I was working on this exact same project, but a very different pattern, because I just didn't like the way it was turning out. So I made some adjustments, and this is what we've come up with. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. Please do me a favor, as I asked earlier, hit that like button, but don't go anywhere, because, like I said, I'm going to flip the camera and give you some crochet time. I want you also to remember that you are loved. I hope you have some fun today, but remember also to eat, drink your water, and if meds are appropriate, please take them. I need to go take the rest of mine because I have a couple of extras this week. Sinuses. Nonetheless, I love you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Till then, bye bye.